Hello, and welcome to Dolphin's Dive after Windows Update, where OBS settings are all reset to default settings, and you don't hear me when I start my intro, nor do you hear a gameplay at all. I am your host, Logic Dolphin. Handelabra believes in civil rights for everyone and in being as inclusive as possible, so any comments or activity actively work against those goals are not welcome and will not be tolerated. You can follow us at Handelabra Games on Twitch or Handelabra on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. You can follow me personally at Logic Dolphin on Twitch, Discord, YouTube, or pretty much any avenue. Sentinels of the Multiverse, Sentinels of Earth Prime, Bottom of the Ninth, One Deck Dungeon, One Deck Galaxy, Aeon's End, and Spear Island are all available on Steam, iOS, and Android devices. And One Deck Dungeon is also available on Switch. You can find more information on those games at handelabra.com. But come one, come all to Dolphin's Dive, where we just play things. Yeah, I'm gonna click this button. 2 spirits, any complexity, and I think I'm going to try to do some continuity here. We faced Russia last week, and we're going to increase it to Russia 1. Let's just do this thing where we increase the difficulty of Russia steadily week after week until I lose. So Russia 1 is, of course, easy, but whatever. Whatever. And, oh, we have 2 very earthy spirits. Stones and Yielding Defiance, and Vital Strength of the Earth. And they both care about the same elements. But I think since we demoed Lure of the Deep Wilderness on Tuesday on Handelabra Live, I can actually bring this guy in. Not Lure. Nope, not Lure. Shroud of Silent Fist. Let's go ahead and just bring the 2 Jagged Earth Spirits in. Not the 2, but 2 of the Jagged Earth Spirits. So I had a slight error last week before John caught me. I was about to play with Shroud, and John came in and said it hasn't been shown publicly yet, so can look at it but can't play it. But now I can play it because it's been demoed. So yeah. What about scenarios? Should we do scenario, or should we just focus on Russia, I guess? I don't know. I think since I have 2 Jagged Earth spirits that I am less familiar with than the base game and Branching Claw ones, I should probably just stick with identifying this versus identifying a scenario. But that's just me. I don't like high complexity. I'm just weird. Alright, so let's see. Russia... The additional lost condition, hunters swarm the island, put beasts destroyed by adversary rules on this panel. If there are ever more beasts on this panel than on the island, the invaders win. Stage 2 escalation, stalk the predators on each board, add 2 explorers total among lands with beasts. If you can't, instead add 2 explorers among lands with beasts on a different board. And now that we're playing Russia 1, we actually have adversary rules. Hunters seek shell and hide. During setup, on each board, add a beasts and an explorer to the highest numbered land without buildings. During play, explorers do +1 damage. When Ravage adds blight to a land, including cascades, destroy a beasts in that land. So, this is actually the only rule that actually destroys beasts. So we have to start worrying about beasts' destruction. And furthermore, explorers do extra damage, so you can't just leave a single explorer and be like, alright, the land is dealt with. No, they'll now deal 2 damage and ravage the land. We have to be careful of pretty much every ravage moving forward. And Blight, including Cascades, destroys beasts, so we have to be careful with beasts. They are valuable. They, of course, help us out with events, but they also are a requirement for winning. And the lost condition is if there are more beasts on this panel than on the island. So adding extra beasts, we have, 2 boards to start with the beasts each. And with Russia, we now have an extra beast. So there's 4 beasts total. So if you do the math, if we put 1 beast on here, there will be 3 still on the island, so we're fine. If we put 2 beasts here and there's 2 on the island, we're still fine. But if we put 3 beasts here and 1 on the island, we lose. And 2 and 2 is actually a pretty bad number because if an event removes a beast, then we lose. Not to, immediately Russia, but just because losing a beast. It doesn't go onto the panel, but it does lower the count on the island. All right, so Shroud, what we messed up last week. A spirit of dissolution in the cold silence of death, creeping quietly down from the hills and across the open waters. Its trail is adorned with dew-covered leaves and the bones of small animals. Some legends say Shroud of Silent Mist came from the final breath of a Dahan spirit speaker who spoke too freely of secrets entrusted to him, for which his soul form was afflicted with a death-bringing curse. Others claim it was born from legends and tales rather than from any actual person, for the story of Kaldura shows that human and spirit do not so readily transform into each other. Starts with 2 presents on your starting board, 1 in the highest numbered wetland and 1 in the highest numbered mountain. And presents track here. Gets up to 2 energy per turn, 5 card plays per turn. There's a reclaim 1, there's a move up presence, there's a water, air, moon. Special rules, gather power from the cool and dark. Once per turn, when you gain a power card without fire, gain an energy. So there's energy. Mist show, shift and flow. Mist show. When targeting a land with a power, you may gather 1 of your presents into the target or an adjacent land. This can enable you to meet range and targeting requirements. So presence is, of course, shifting and flowing per the name. And so these range 0 ranges are not necessarily true. Because you may move your presence whenever targeting a land. So range 0 could mean range 1. You can enter the land. And slow and silent death. Invaders and Dahan in your land don't heal damage. During time passes, 1 fear, max 5, per land of yours with damaged invaders. Gain 1 energy per 3 lands of yours with damaged invaders. So trying to maintain damaged invaders for fear is nice. And you also get extra energy with more damaged invaders. So the +2 energy is, yes, very low for a spirit, but we have 2 extra means of gaining energy unique to us. Growth options, we can reclaim all, gain a power card, typical. You can add a presence at range 0 twice, which doesn't affect Mist, Shift, and Flow as us with a power. You can gain a power card and add a presence to a mountain or wetland at range 3. So you can do super presence growth or single presence growth with the power, or the usual reclaim power card option. Innate power, suffocating shroud, slow range 0 any. At 1 moon, 2 air, 1 water, 1 damage. Okay. At 2 moon, 3 air, 2 water, for each adjacent land with your presence, 1 damage to a different invader. And at 4 moon, 4 air, 3 water, 1 damage, and at 5 moon, 6 air, 4 water, 1 damage to each invader. Very, very low damage, but this is a very low threshold to meet. Almost get it. Well, I guess it's deep in the game, but you can almost get it with your presences on the tracks. You just need an air for the initial damage, so makes sense that it's low. Plus, you also want to have damaged invaders, not killed invaders. Lost in the swirling haze. Slow range 0 any. At 1 air, 2 water, push up to 1 Dahan. At 2 air, 3 water, push up to 2 explorers or Dahan. And at 3 air, 4 water, push up to 2 explorers or Dahan. Alright. Powers. Dissolving vapors. 2 energy. Actually kind of interesting that's 2 energy. You can't play it on turn 1 ever, because there's no plus energy on here. I guess you could gain a power card without fire and gain energy. Yeah, I guess you could play it on turn 1. Okay, never mind. It's just kind of unusual for that to be the case. Slow range 0 any. All of these are range 0. 1 fear. 1 damage to each invader. 1 damage to each Dahan. And note that Dahan in here lands don't heal damage, but you don't get fear energy for damaged Dahan, so that's a downside. Flowing in silent forms dart by. Fast range 0 any. 2 fear if invaders are present. When presence in target land will be destroyed, its owner may, if possible, instead push that presence. You may gather a presence or sacred site of another spirit with their permission. I like that text, with their permission. Okay, so fear and presence destruction prevention, which is unique. The fog closes in. Slow range 0 any. For each adjacent land with your presence, 1 damage to a different invader. Push 2 Dahan. That's like basically tier 2 of both of these right here, almost. Unnerving Pal. 1 fear, up to 3, fast range 0 invaders. 1 fear, up to 3 damaged invaders do not participate in Ravage or 1 fear, defend 1 per presence you have in target land when this power is used. So there's the defend card. Or you can prevent invaders from ravaging only the damaged ones, though, and that could be a stronger defend, especially because defend per presence you have in target land, unless you have a super stack, it's not that many. But you could, of course, add presence with this. Gather 1 of your presence. So, cool. That's missed. Or of, as we've come to find out. Alright, Stone's Unyielding Defiance. It's been a while since I played this guy. Some things refuse to break. Underneath the soil and sand of the island lies rock, layer upon layer built up over the ages. Some stones weather quickly once exposed to the elements, while others are sterner and harder. Stone's Unyielding Defiance is the spirit of that stone which resists being shattered, moved, or shaped to the will of another. It is capable of tremendous feats of resilience and obstinacy, particularly when confronted head-on in a belligerent fashion. It's not unfriendly to other spirits or the Dahan, but it works with them on its own terms. Setup. To put 2 presents on your starting board, 1 in the lowest numbered mountain without Dahan, 1 in an adjacent land that has Blight if possible, or is Sands if not. So lowest numbered mountain with Dahan, adjacent land, or sorry, lowest numbered mountain without Dahan, adjacent land with Blight if possible, or Sands if not. My Migrant P says, oh my god, a stream. Yay! Alright, presence track here. It's a very interesting one. Card plays exists on the energy track, and the card plays track as Earth mainly, and card plays at the very end. So, special rules. Bestow the endurance of Bedrock. When Blight is added to 1 of your lands, unless the Blight then outnumbers your presence, it does not cascade or destroy presence, yours or others. So, it's not Blight prevention, which does mean that Russia is still going to trigger this. But it is presence prevention, presence destruction prevention, which is interesting. Deep layers exposed to the surface. The first time you cover each of your +1 card play presence spaces, gain a minor power. So these 3 up here, you gain a minor power. Which I guess is useful. As our growth options we have here. Reclaim all, gain 2 earth, add a presence to a mountain or land with your presence. There's no power card option there. Add presence at range 2, gain 3 energy. No power card there. Gain a power card, add a presence. There's the power card. Yes, there's only 1 power card growth, and it's the 3rd option, which is very similar to Vital Strength to the Earth. So when you're in a reclaim loop, you actually end up not getting extra cards. I have played Stone before, it's just been a while. I'm just reading things because I like to read things. Also, hello, last 19 digits of pi. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, I'm reading things out loud for the viewers at home. Also to remind myself how the spirit works. But it's good to just make sure that we take a look at how this works before I jump in and forget how things work. Alright, innate powers. Hold the island fast with a bulwark of will, targeting yourself. With 2 earth, when Blight is added to 1 of your lands, you may pay 2 energy per Blight to take it from the box instead of from the Blight card. At 4 earth, the cost is 1 energy instead of 2. And at 6 earth, 1 plant, when an event or Blight card directly destroys presence, yours or others. This one is missing an apostrophe, unlike this one. You may prevent any number of presents from being destroyed by paying 1 energy each. Directly means not by adding Blight. Also, there's a missing... Hold on. There's 2 typos here. This is missing a left parenthesis. And then there's no apostrophe on that others, which is inconsistent with the other one. I'm not sure which is the correct usage. Probably this one. But one of them is wrong. Anyway, welcome to the typo stream. I feel like there used to be a parenthesis here, so it got deleted in some update, I'm sure. Either that or I just noticed it for the first time ever, so whoops. Let them break themselves against the stone. Fast, range 0 any. At 3 earth, after invaders deal 1 more damage to target land, 2 damage. At 5 earth, also deal half of the damage invaders did to the land rounding down. And at 2 sun, 7 earth, repeat this power. So you actually want them to damage the earth. You want them to damage the land in Cow's Blight. But you'll also damage them back. It's like, for people that play Slay the Spire, this is Thorns. This is Caltrops. Ah! Actually, not really, but close enough. Jagged Shards, push from the earth. Add a Badlands, push up to 2 Dahan, slow range 1 any. Plows shatter on rocky ground, slow range 1 any. 1 damage to each building. Hey, that's really nice for this guy. Yep, so 1 damage to each building, push up to 1 town, or destroy a town. And I believe that this is separate. So 1 damage to each building, push up to town, or destroy a town. These are 2. Scarred and Stony Land. Slow range 1 Sacred Site Blight. 2 damage, add a Badlands, remove a Blight in target land from the game. It goes to the box, not the Blight card. So you have Blight removal, sort of. I mean, it is Blight removal, but not like adding to the count. Stubborn Solidity. Defend 1 per Dahan. Dahan in target land cannot be changed. When they would be damaged, destroyed, ravaged, removed, or that. When it would be damaged, destroyed, removed, replaced, or moved, instead don't. I just like that. Instead don't. Don't do it, anti-Nike. All right. We've read everything. Level 1 Russia, Mist, and Stone. Okay. Here's where John says, no, you can't play Mist. Uh-oh. Also, these 2 presences actually look very similar in color. Uh-oh. I was joking about this on Handelabra Live, but actually these 2 look very, very close in color this time. Exploring mountains. You're gonna have to rely on the icons here. I mean, it's clear they're different colors, but it's very subtle. This is gray. This is like bluish gray. So, okay, sure. All right, they're exploring mountains. So Stone is in a mountain. There's a mountain without Dahan, and also a neighboring blighted land. Right, that was the rule. Lowest numbered land without Dahan. Adjacent land with blight or sands. What is it possible for there to be neither being the case? I don't know. Literally do not know. The stone one camouflages with the mountains, and the shroud one camouflages with the wetlands. Yep, that is rather thematic, isn't it? I suppose we should grow into each other's land so that we can conflict with the camouflage. But, you know. Okay. So they're in the mountains, which means that, like, H4 is quote-unquote fine because stone is there, except there is a beast there, and it's going to die when a blight is placed there, so... have to be careful there. We also have a blight in D5, so we have to be watchful of that one. Sorry, 1 second. Sorry about that. Okay. So what are our options? We do have a defend card here. Defend 1 per presence. Or we can have damaged invaders not participate in Ravage. It's another option. They just have extra damage, not extra health, right? The explorers, so we can't have damaged explorers. Is that like a later Russia that does that? No, it just says push the explorers. I forget which adversary has plus health explorers. Someone will say it in 2 seconds, and I'll be like, oh yeah, that one, of course. So I don't know about that one. H3 has a Dahan in it. You can defend per Dahan and target land. Dahan can be changed. So you could like put a presence in here and then not care about that Dahan anymore, and it would retaliate and all that stuff. Could push the town, damage it and push it, and try to get into a land with mist is an option. Explorer does deal extra damage, so I still have to worry about that Explorer. This targets a land with Blade. At range 1, I can't hit D5 with that. H5 has nothing in it right now. We could gain a power card to see more options. We're sitting on 2 energy right now. It really doesn't really feel like we need... I mean, I guess we're not getting extra card play anyway, because the card plays track is weird, but don't think that extra Earth is going to do much this turn. I feel like we want to get to this +1 card play and then maybe take an Earth, take another card play, get up to reclaim 1. I don't know. I don't know what the meta for the spirit is, and I don't really care for what the meta of the spirit is, because if you just stick with the meta, then you are a robot. You should adapt to what the game gives you. Alright, so we do have damage to each invader on dissolving vapors, although we did say that that's difficult to play on turn 1. We have to pick a power card that gives not fire to get an energy that way, and our presence has to come off of this, and then we're playing dissolving vapors. Which, if we do it in D8, it kills the 2 explorers and it damages the town. And then, like, next turn we could do Unnerving Pall to stop them from ravaging. This is another land with beasts, so I do want to be careful of that land. It's annoying how, like, every single one of these mountains is actually important in different ways. I say H3 is probably the least bad, though. Is there any reasons to do double presence to get 1 energy, 2 card plays? Are we playing flowing in silent forms? And then other things, but then there's no presence destruction this turn, so it seems silly to do that. So I guess I take power card, go up energy track, so I have some energy sustain, and then we can see what to do with that. So let's take that one. And we're primarily looking for water, air, moon. There's no moon. There's 2 air, 3 water. So Scream Disease into the Wind is the one that has the most elements. But is it the one that we take? It doesn't have fire, so we get an energy if I click it. Purifying Flame has fire, so I don't get an energy if I take that one. Strong and constant currents pushes explorers towns to adjacent coastal land, which could be used for H3. I can grow into there since I don't have adjacent presence to be able to hit at a range of 0 with the, you know, shifting presence thing, but +1 range with all powers. After spirit uses a power targeting land once per turn, they may add a disease. Disease! Has to target stone, though. So stone can add a disease. Doesn't help either ravage, though, since we still have the 2 explorers, and the only fast power stubborn solidity. Solidarity? Solidity. Yeah, solidity. Yeah, so that doesn't really seem so useful. Let's click this one on stone. Stone wants earth, surprisingly. A little bit of plant, a little bit of sun, but pretty much any earth card is what we want. We have 2 earth cards. Beasts? This doesn't have earth on it, but beasts. Beasts? Beasts. But beasts, though. So tempted by that, even though it doesn't have earth. I mean, we don't really need earth this turn. Can we destroy invaders somehow? I mean, this is the only card play that stone would be playing, so it'd have to be Shroud that's destroying something, which is unlikely. Unless we play this like on the next turn. But again, it seems difficult. So, okay. So looking at the earth cards, we have Gift of Constancy for Reclaim. Can spam Gift of Constancy to give 2 energy to Shroud every turn. Mist, Shroud, Mist of Silent. Gather up to 1 Dahan, then if Dahan are present, either defend 1 per Dahan, or after invaders are added or moved to target land, 1 damage to each added or moved invader. So we can use Kuldegar to get this guy out of H3, and then we don't care about this Ravage. Siri is wondering what I'm doing right now. No, I didn't call you. This will be the only card play I'm doing this turn, or what? I guess if I do it this turn, I could damage the invader, the town that gets added. So if Mist gets in here, that'd be cool, but Mist is only playing 1 card this turn. Unless for some reason I play a 0 energy card. I guess no, we're getting an energy if I click anything other than Purifying Flame. So I could hypothetically do 2 card plays, except the 0 energy card here, it wasn't really one I cared about. And this 0 energy card, I also don't really care about. I guess I could do Strong and Constant Currents in H3. But I feel like I'm doing 2 different things in H3 if I'm doing that. Like if I do Kuldegar, gather the Dahan into H4. Then I could push that Explorer into H4 and then it is dealt damage and dies, I guess. But that seems silly as well. And we're still not, you know, solving the whole beasts in H4 problem, beasts in D8 problem. I guess we could scream disease into H4. Which again doesn't do anything in, like, yeah, I would only be able to play this. Alright, if I click this, this is the only card I'm playing this turn. Unless for some reason I decide I want to have this threshold, but I guess we got to do both. Because I could play 2 water cards. I don't know what doing both does, but I could do both. So if I grow into H3, I can get rid of that Dahan with strong constant currents. I can get rid of the Explorer and stop the build. So then, like, Call to Guard doesn't do much. And I guess I could play Gift of Constancy and spam that, but it seems weird because then I'm not doing anything else. It is an option, though. Strong constant currents and fog closes in. It doesn't give me this at all. It gives me this, which doesn't do much. But if I'm getting energy off of this, maybe my next turn will be better. Maybe. I don't know. I don't really like this turn 1. So this is range 1 presence. Let's just grow into the land with the city, I guess. And then that's my singular card play. Yay! And then mountains, wetlands, you can grow there directly. Let's go ahead and do 2 card plays. I don't know that it is actually a good idea to do 2 card plays. I get a push of Dahan. I get, you may do both. I get a damage. So push this to an adjacent. Oh, right. This is the presence. Because I could actually move these presences. Right? When targeting land with the power, you may gather one of your presents into the target or an adjacent land. So why can't I click this? I can click these. Oh, I see. I see. Okay. Wait. Why can't I gather this presence into here? Oh, because that's stone. That's stone. That's why. I'm looking at the wrong. I got confused. I was like, why can't I move this presence in here? Because I can't see colors, I guess. Do I need to move this presence in D3? Let's have fun with stone. Both. Push and move. And I can move this Dahan to any coastal land. Any coastal land. Any. I'm gonna move that one. I can actually move this guy in if I really wanted. It's okay. I can move this guy over there. We could trade. No, it's fine. Constancy. Builds that we prevented one of, and everything else sucks. They explore wetlands. Ah, we're only going to do things in Mist's domain. Okay. I could have actually done damage to both of these invaders. For each adjacent land with your presence. Or I guess I still can. Wait, no, I can't move this presence anymore. But I just want to see if I... Is this... It's only... Yeah, it's only 1 damage. Because it's only... It's weird as it's adjacent land, but not the land I'm in. Okay. But I did have... Actually, I did have to leave a presence in there. So it would only have ever been 1 presence. Got it. So I still don't know what I'm doing with D8. I can... make up to 3 damage invaders not participate in Ravage. I can defend 3. Because I can do double presence next turn. And actually this is 0 damage if I do it there, so it has to be here. I can move this presence to any of these 2 lands. So let's grow here. Scowl menacingly at that guy. Let's damage that guy as he's damaged, and will give me fear, right? It's fear per, yeah. The energy is per 3 lands. And if I'm planning on defending, this is push. Oh. I left that land. That's awkward. Weird. That worked exactly the way it was supposed to. Oh, I guess I can get back into that land if I do this. Okay, so I can... That's fine. Whoop. Let's target a land with Dahan. Yes. Yes, yes. Fear. Oh, right. This gives me 1 of each element, so it's better. Also damages invaders. Let's take that back. Stone has 0 cards in his discard after the first turn. Surely it's not because I didn't play cards that turn or something. We're still in this weird wonky zoom in mode. Hopefully it goes away. Right. We have defend per Dahan. Unfortunately, we don't really have that many lands. I could really use that with... I can grow into like D4 to defend D5, but it's not enough to Han. These things are not fast. Those are not fast. Don't see a reason why I want to click 3 energy here when I'm sitting on 6. Could gain a major. Turn 2 major. 6 energy is a lot of energy. What am I forgetting for that? Gift of Constancy is probably gonna just be spammed. I guess I also get a power. I get a minor power when I uncover this. I could gain a minor power with this, and then gain a major and forget that minor, or I could forget one of my uniques if I don't want to lose Gift of Constancy. So kind of like that thought. Let's do that then. So we're gonna do the presence first, which is weird. And let's grow adjacent to D5 in case I do want to do something there. I do have visibility to these 2 at least, so that's okay. So go there. Confirm. Final answer. Alright. These 2 are Earth ones. This damages and says invaders do not heal. That must be good. Defend 6 though. But that's at a sacred site, which I don't have. Otherwise, that would have been great. I mean, both of these are sacred site things. Gift of living energy to just spam energy on Mist. Who said Mist has energy problems? That's easy. Just play with 2 spirits and have the second spirit give Mist energy. Easy. I'm gonna click this one, but it's probably gonna be forget fodder. Turn 2 major. This is a Mist's power? Wait, did we come up with wait, it says Mists in it. It's clearly a Mist power. But it could have been invented. Like, Shroud was probably invented to make Mists of Oblivion a good card. I'm gonna go with that headcanon. Greater Than Games headquarters is like, all of our Spirit Island players are saying Mist of Oblivion is a bad major power. What? That is scandalous! Let's make up a spirit that will make Mist of Oblivion a good power! Weave together. Weave. I cannot play Volcanic Eruption this turn. I could play it a later turn. 6 Fear. That's like 3/4 of a Fear card. Shroud looks badass. I'm gonna go with the headcanon that this is the beta art for Shroud of Silent Mist. And you can't stop me. I guess actually this is not necessarily a Mist power because it gives fear per building this power destroys. I guess though, like, maybe you're in a land with Mist that has just like damaged invaders and you're like, hey, I want to destroy those invaders to generate fear, which makes Mist mad because he doesn't get fear, but I mean you still get fear, so it's like fine, but you don't get energy, I guess, at that point. I don't know. Make it make sense. I don't have a sacred site for Weave, so it's not going to do anything this turn. If all I'm doing is collecting Earth cards, then it's these two, and this doesn't do anything this turn, and I can't play this one this turn. Other than that, like Fire and Flood, I also can't use this turn, and Mists I could do this turn. I can actually use that at range 3, which is a big range, and that can hit a land that has Mist to give him lots of damaged things. Do I click it just so it supports Mist? I don't know. I don't really think these powers are it. I'll hit the Mist power. And then now I have to make a decision. I guess Plow Shatter is a version of Mists. I'll forget that one. And now it's in my Forgotten Powers button, which means that if there's an event card that says Spirit may gain a forgotten unique power, I got one. Yay. Anyway, that one. And I did not get more Dahan in that land. So just like, this sucks. I guess we still have this to look at. Unless I'm doing double growth. Doesn't really feel like, I guess we're doing double growth in D8 and then we're gonna defend with this. Or whatever, this one. Yeah, this one. This one sucks. This one sucks. It all sucks. At least this blight doesn't destroy our presence, but we're saying bye to that beast. But I guess it's not the end of the world. But I do need to have. Wait, no, this is 6 damage because explorers are 2 damage each. Okay, well that sucks then. That land sucks. This is gonna be a short game, and this is only Russia 1. I'm just bad at this game. All right, I'm getting another power. Mm-hmm. Each invader does -1 damage. That would be enough. I would just need to defend 2, which, since I'm only putting 1 presence down, that would be it. I like how peaceful these people look. They're also tranquil. Could give stone 2 earths, and I get an element of my choice. So what happens if I get 2 earths? I don't know. I would be able to spend 1 energy to take blight from the box. I would be able to deal more damage to these invaders in H4. Actually, no, I can't. I'm only dealing 2 damage. I mean, I would still need an extra earth to do that. So they would deal. Yeah, they would be dealt 2 damage. It would actually kill all. So that would be worth. It loses it loses D8 though. I'm taking that one. Don't really need energy as much if I have gifted constancy every turn. Presence. I don't need to move this there, as I will be moving it with this power. Or this power. Or this power. Any one of those powers. Yes. That doesn't give me very good elements. That sucks. I could play Mists this turn, although it doesn't have Earth, so I don't trigger these things, but... Probably gonna move a presence into H7. We could damage the city, so it's damage, or actually we could damage the town and the city, and that's 2 damaged invaders, which is 2 fear. We do not have Sacred Sites. Actually, I can't do this because I don't have Sacred Site. Never mind. Sacred Site! I guess I could still defend D5, and then this Dahan will not be damaged, destroyed, removed, replaced, or moved. Okay. Not really happy with this turn either. I can actually, like... Okay. I was like, why do I have that icon in the tooltip when I can't, like, click it there? But, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I click it there, whatever. So, -1 damage from each invader. So, it's 3 damage, defend 2, so that's good. Yay. This is sad. Where's the frowny face icon? Okay, well, I mean, it's not terrible. And then this one, we have no slow phase. It lands with Dahan. A Dahan in a building do not participate in ravages. Well, that sucks. In each land with beasts, 1 damage per beasts. For each board, 1 fear if any Dahan are in lands with buildings. Okay, well that's something. Do I want to kill this town? This is the Shroud presence, and it's going to move over here at the end of the turn. By the end of the turn, rather. I think I'm just going to kill this town, because I'm going to move out of there. No, I'm not moving out of there, because I don't have a slow power. Okay. Then I leave it there. That stopped a build. Also lost the fear, because that was the land with Dahan and things. By beasts. And that Dahan did not counterattack because it did not participate in the Ravage. Sands. Unfortunately, we don't have damaged invaders for this turn, but this one was terrible elements anyway. Take that one. I feel like I just want to keep clicking powers. This is 4 damage that's in here, so I would have to put 2 presences in there, but I can't actually... Oh, I guess I can move my presence and then do range 0 presence spam. And then I could finish with 4 presents in here. That's an option. Could get to 3 card plays. Since I'm always playing Gift of Constancy, I feel like I want to get to 3 card plays first before I start taking off this. As I'm functionally at 1 card play per turn. We need a Sacred Site so that we can actually use these kinds of powers. And this Ravage is the concern right now. So I feel like that's another power. Do I take another Major? Since the first one was a bit of a bust, you can always just forget it. Actually, if I only put 1 presence in here, actually, it's fine, because shift the presence over, place the presence there, target this land, move this presence over. That's defend 3 out of 4, which is good enough. So, like, this land can blight, that's fine. We have a solution for this land, and then this is the one that we're trying to solve next. Like, I could have opted to have reclaimed Stubborn Solidity, and then we don't care about that Ravage, per se. I mean, like, it gets blighted, but the Dahan don't die, but... Since this is a wetland and I can put presence with this option, I think I'm going to click Power Card here. Let's make it minor. Again, we're looking for moon, air, water. This is the only moon card. This is the only water card. 1 fear, isolate, defend 2. When Dahan does not participate in Ravage. Sacred Site. So it's not enough defend. I don't have range over here, and it's not enough defend. There's not enough defend over here. Everything else is slow. I also don't really like that Dahan does not participate in Ravage thing. I'm gonna click minor here and then gain a major next turn, I'd say, because volume of cards and all that. Add beasts. Doesn't have earth on it. We could use it to stop the build in H8 to push 2 explorers. Also use treacherous waterways to stop that instead, and has an earth on it. Oh, I can't. It's not sands. It's not mountains, wetlands. It's a sands. I guess I click Swarming Wasps and then forget it next turn. Although I don't think it's a solution for H6. But none of those were. If I put that presence there, then we can at least take the Blight from the box, get rid of the guy in H8, not do Sacred Site things, probably damage each invader. We're not getting this turn. Yeah, we're playing 2 cards. All right, yeah, we're not doing good. We're not playing this spirit correctly. Welcome to Dolphin's Dive, where I play spirits incorrectly. I need air on both of these. So, like, even though this has 2 of the 3 elements, this doesn't have air, which is really the most important one. So I'm probably taking Call to Migrate. Unless there's some justification for something else here, but strong Dahan movement seems fine. So defend. We're not losing any beasts this turn, at least. For each adjacent land with your presence, 1 damage to a different invader. Is there a way we can make that so there's 3 presence there, I guess? I think there's a way. Yeah, we also have that, so it helps. Can move this presence over, move that thing over there. Yeah, so it should be fine. So let's take Constancy so that we can reclaim Unnerving Pal, and then we can use that to stop the D7 Ravage next turn, because otherwise there's a city and a town and an explorer in there. Oh, but I'm also gathering a guy out, so it changes the calculus. Defend. Constancy. Move! Go there. Party time. Civic engagement. On each board, remove a strife. If you can't invaders, do +1 damage when ravaging. Yay! On each board, destroy an explorer town land with beasts. Okay, I just pushed the guy out of a land with beasts, so I'm doing really good on that front. Although it does destroy towns once per board. Keep far from the lands of plague. Push 3 Dahan from lands with disease to lands without disease. Okay, this is literally the only option. And this is the only option. So this is not enough to defend. It's now 5 damage. So I'm moving a Dahan in there to help out. And I'm getting rid of this singleton. And yeah, I can actually take it from the box. Okay. Sands build, or sorry, mountains build. They went into the land with the thing. This one's not doing anything. Hey. Okay. So let's gather that. Damage the city. Damage there. But gather this presence. Now it's 2 damage, so I can damage both of those buildings. Pushes a Dahan. I go with a singleton, I guess. Take that one. Take that one. Oh, it's lands, not invaders total. Okay. So I have 2 lands with damaged invaders. That's why I got only 2 fear and 0 energy. Read the card. Alright, this is major. We're also getting a minor. And probably need to get a Sacred Site thing going. Sacred Site H6 is that sees those, or Sacred Site H4 is it sees those? Also, there's 2 Explorers in H8, which is annoying, as that Ravage is 4 damage, and annoying. Free card plays this turn if we want it. Can stop the 2 damaged buildings from ravaging, but there's still an Explorer in there. We could also prevent our presence from getting destroyed in there. There's those things to worry about next that I don't have an easy solution for. And I don't have a lot of energy, as my energy gain is from Gift of Constancy, so this is probably going to be a minor. Sands defend 4? This has a moon. I guess if we do Disorienting Landscape in D7, we push the Explorer out. And then the 2 damaged buildings don't participate in Ravage per Unnerving Pal. Paul? Someone's gonna comment on YouTube and say, he keeps saying Pal, it's Paul. Or he says Paul, but it's Pale. So I'm just gonna look this up. How to pronounce word.
Paul.
It's Paul, but this is a British English video, so who the heck knows? Who the heck knows? I don't know what reality is anymore. Okay. We don't have a Sacred Site for this, but like I can make one, I can move presence, I'm sure that works. Let's take a look at these options. Like, we have to stop H8, right? I guess no, because 2-2 we're still fine. And it's only 2 Explorers. So it's not the end of the world if shit happens, but... Let's grow here. Can I then also do that? No, I have to resolve this before I gain the next thing. Okay. Okay. There's no earth on these. What? I don't really like any of these. So I said I picked a card so I could forget it. I'm going to proceed to do that with this card as well. All right, I'm clicking this card, and then I'm going to gain a major. Destroy 2 beasts. What? No! No! This is pretty good. Can't hit the threshold on it. But it is range 2 from... Actually, it's range 1, but it's range... This land is range 2 for sake, so I could add beasts and then prevent stuff from happening, but, like, yeah. But, like, yeah. Can we do this one? Ironically, we can do that one if I play the card I just picked that I said I was going to forget. 2 damage, defend 8, add up wilds, isolate target land. Mountain jungle. It's not useful this turn, though. Tsunami? Problem is not our coast. Gather and explore a town, a city, a Dahan, a beasts, and a presence from any spirit from each adjacent land. 4 fear, 15 damage, 5 damage to Dahan. Destroy a presence from each spirit. Destroy 2 beasts. Any number of times to get a minor power, a major power, and a unique power to perform the above effects again. This gathers cities. That's a very rare effect. And frankly, I think it's the pick. H5 just completely decimates so much. The only issue is that well, I guess it destroys the presence of spirit, so it's gonna destroy. I mean, unless am I gonna repeat the power? I don't think so, right? They're building there, they're building there. But we get to gather a city, a city, a city. Town, town, town. Town. Explore, 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 explore. There's no Dahan, there's no beasts. Am I doing it? Okay. Do I need to repeat it? 3, 6, 9. I mean, how much can we like work to try to keep a mist presence in there? Probably very little. Also, are we blighting the Ellen this turn? Probably blighting the Ellen this turn. We have like done nothing for 3 of these ravages. Anyway, I think we started clicking that one. Guess I'm going here. So this and this, which saves this, which is eh. And then I guess we could work on D5 with that or something. I don't know. I'm just clicking on things. We are gonna flip the blight card though, because well, no, that was done. That's tragedy. That's tragedy. That's tragedy. I guess I could play that instead of dissolving vapors, and I don't lose that presence then. Wait. I could do this in H5, and then we don't destroy presence. Although there is no invaders being present, so I'm literally just doing that to prevent presence destruction. Seems like a waste. I mean, like, it does save 2 presence. If I do it here, it saves 1 presence. If I do this, I'm just building up fear, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, this. Are we gonna just consume the void every turn? Wait. What if we do... Wait. Wait. I'm actually very strongly considering trying to play this every turn, but actually, I guess there's energy there. Constancy to reclaim this, and I play this next turn. Very strongly tempted by that. So I'm not doing to repeat this turn, maybe next turn. I don't know. But with this, presence isn't destroyed, so it's literally just deal 15 damage, generate 4 fear. Yeah, damage to Hun. D5 doesn't destroy any beasts, though. Range 2 presence. I would still be able to grow there. Wait, am I already there? Whose presence is this? Whose presence is this? Wait. I have no idea whose presence that is. No, this is okay. No, this is mist. Yeah, so that's okay. So we're getting a blight there, but we're not destroying that presence. I thought that was okay. It's not actually mist's presence. Okay. So I'm already on this board, so I could click this button if I really wanted, but I don't think I am going to click that button as energy is at a premium next turn. Alright, so let's put a Badlands in D5 so that void next turn in that land is gonna be even better? Question mark? This. I don't need to move my presence on that board, right? Do I? Think it's gonna do anything to move my presence. Go there. Don't move. Don't ravage. And do not destroy presence. I may also gather a presence. I don't want to gather that presence. That's fine. Missionaries arrive. We have one sun. Beasts destroy explorers. I definitely want to keep all of my stone energy. I guess we could actually forget that power and this power, as it seems like Dahan aren't going to be super useful. Cities do +3 damage. It's not going to change this ravage. Disease to a land with city. Okay. If we ignore their contact, suns push explorers from lands with Dahan, otherwise replace Dahan with towns, which... There's a small chance that it solves the H8 ravage, as push an explorer out and also beasts destroy that explorer means that doesn't blight and we don't lose that beast. If we miss, it doesn't really hurt us. So there's a reason to take that then. Turning Dahan into towns doesn't really do much if we're just gonna blow things up anyway. 4 fear. That's half a fear card. Let's ignore contact. Reveal a sun. No! Failure. Both of these Dahan are dead anyway. I don't know, maybe there's an event card that, or a fear card that saves it. And we also didn't get a sun here, so that's great. Everything is so fine and dandy right now. That was a bad gamble. Fear card says, may push Dahan from a land with invaders, or gather a Dahan into a land with invaders. Okay, so we can save this guy who's dead. So we can push. Do not go into these lands, as you'll be drawn into the consuming void. And D5 is the danger one, because that's also consuming void. And this is where Blight card is revealed. And I actually... Oh, actually, if I pay 2 energy twice, we don't reveal it? I can only do it once. If I can only do it once, I'm not doing it. Disintegrating ecosystem. We lost the game! Yay! So it's immediately on each board, destroy a piece, and add blight to a land with buildings. We lost the game because now there's... Or did we lose the game? Oh, we might be fine, actually. 1-1? Okay, we're fine. And add blight to a land with buildings. All these building lands are bad. Destroy this one, and then we don't have to worry about that ravage. Okay, okay. That's Mist's presence. Oh well. And that's the cascade. Okay. Okay. Only one beast left on the island. No beasts on board H, so we're just gonna spam explorers on board B. Or board D. Yeah, I think I was thinking for a second that the destroyed beasts were going to increment the counter for this, but actually it's not, as it's not the adversary destroying it. Okay. So, Void? $15 damage. And I can maybe consider leaving damaged invaders in. This is... Oops. I could do that. Let's see, there's jungle, sands, and coastal left. There's a 1 in 3 chance they explore jungle. I mean, like, I'm playing this next turn, so I guess if they do explore jungle, we could just do it again over there. I'm gonna take out 1 city though, that's 2 fear. And so instead of being destroyed, we may push the presence. And we're actually not stopping either H6 or H7 builds. Awkward. Why did it push? I'm a little confused why I pushed 2 stone presence and not a mist's presence. Destroy 1 presence from each spirit. When presence in target land will be destroyed, its owner may, if possible, instead push that presence. Destroy 1 presence from each spirit. So why is it... Why am I pushing 2 of these? Destroy 1 presence from each spirit. So it should be destroying a mist presence and a stone presence. We played the thing that says when presence in target land would be destroyed, its owner may, if possible, instead push that presence. I do not understand. So I'm going to report something. one is... Whoop. Wrong button. Flowing in silent forms start by. Oh, man. Flowing in silent forms start by. I don't know. John's gonna come in a second and be like, because of this weird interaction. Well, technically Shroud should not even be there, so I guess having damaged buildings is worse, but... Badlands. Go somewhere else. My presence is not in here right now. I shouldn't have destroyed that presence. I should have destroyed this presence. Go in there. Oh, I'm already in there. Wait, am I able to... Whoops. Oh, I can't gather in there. Okay. I can get more lands with damaged invaders, and I actually get an energy now. Yay. Okay. You didn't see the whole thing. Okay. Keep that one, keep that one. And technically, I can get enough energy if I take that, but I'm probably just going to do this. Mountain Ravage. It's just these two lands. Which, I mean, like, yeah, sucks. I need to keep stone in this land somehow. That's the hard part. I'm still only on Terra level 1 despite all that. What a tragedy. Problem is that I can't really save D5. Okay, so can I do, since we destroyed beasts, I don't have to do it in D5. Doing it in D1 still gathers 3 cities. I mean, D3 is kind of screwy. This whole game is kind of screwy. Guess I'm clicking that one. play that one. And then what? I could do Mists of Oblivion and H5 now. Sure, why not? I can play 4 cards if I get to the Reclaim 1. It's like, this is gonna cascade, that's gonna play. The island's going down in flames, but it's just kind of where we're at in this game right now. This guy, though, this is the beast that has to survive. If that beast dies, it's game over. Game over, man. Game over. I guess the question is where I'm at on elements for these. So, if I play my hand, I have Innate Moon. I have 2 moon, I have 3 air, I have 2 water. So I'd hit the 2nd threshold on this exactly. I cannot hit the 3rd threshold even with the extra card. And I would need a water to hit the 2nd threshold on this, which is just to push Dahan or Explorers, which... I mean, hey, more Explorers I can get a D3, the better, I guess, although they're going to escalate even more, so I don't know what I can do. I guess we can try to get neighboring Mist presence and just keep damaging each invader. We really just need 1 damage to each invader, which I guess technically this does. Technically we can solve D3 with Mists of Oblivion, I guess. A lot of these don't really do that much, so is it worth even getting to Reclaim 1? Isolate target land? Does that do anything? Guess we could isolate H5, but I mean, it doesn't really stop visibility to anything. I could get to water on this, which also hits that threshold, but also gets me +1 energy. Okay. I can move a presence if I really want to do things. I don't know what things I want to do. What am I even doing this turn? Oh, I do have a 1 damage to each invader card. Hello. I don't have range here? What? So here's what we do. We move here, and then I can do things. Okay. But I also, well, I already am in there. Okay, yeah. So I need to hit D1 with the thing, so I don't destroy presence. More presence with more destroyed invaders. How about that? I guess actually I don't have to do triple stack. This can be different lands. Let's do this. I guess I don't know. I'm just clicking. Okay, do not destroy presence here. And you don't need to move. Yeah. Okay, event says Invaders do +1 damage per land when ravaging. Okay. On each board, add disease the jungle button with most buildings. Okay. On each board, remove a blight from a land with at least 2 Dahan. Okay. Kind of want them to build there. Maybe. I don't know. Let's just do that, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Skip all build actions and lands with cities. Okay. Thought I could clear out that land, but I forgot that they were building, which is obvious because they're building wetlands and that's a wetlands, but that's on me. I set the bar too low. Okay, so draw. And again, I think it's just moving stone presence twice instead of letting me move mists. I don't know. Some sort of interaction, I'm sure. How much fear is this? 2, 4, 8 fear? +4 more? Can I just like brute force Terra level 3 in one slow phase? Maybe I want to do that slow. Range 0 invader. That doesn't actually matter as long as there's invaders. And then that. Okay. We won! Okay. Did you pay attention to how I just generated like 40 fear? Like... Never in doubt. That was a weird game. I never felt like I was in control. But really, like, the combo that won the game was draw towards a consuming void. I think this is literally the first time I've used this power. Together with flowing and silent forms dart by to prevent the presence destruction. Although I don't think it actually mattered that much, really. Like, we could have just destroyed the presence and been fine. But it was certainly very weird. Actually, to be fair, I think this did exploit a bug where there was supposed to not be a mist presence left over on that one land that had damaged invaders, as the presence was supposed to be pushed. So we, you know, asterisk victory, whatever. It's the thought that counts. Oh well, that's fine. We are at 32 points. 10 for victory, 15 for difficulty 3, 12 for the 6 remaining invader cards, 1 for the 3 surviving Dawn, minus 6 for the 13 blade. Yeah, so this is pretty much the epitome of, we did it, Patrick! We saved Bikini Bottom! It's like, we got rid of the invaders, but at what cost? There's like nothing left of the island. Well, there's a lot of stone. They decided to build their towns on stone, and an earthquake just ruptured their land. That is stone's unyielding defiance. And then there's that whole Shroud of Silent Mist, also known as Of. You can also see the active elements, or whatever, active elemental thresholds that we had for that turn. We didn't really do anything with Earth this game. I think there was one turn we actually used Hold the Island Fast. And we never let them break themselves against the stone. We never used Lost in a Swirling Haze. This was going to be the turn we did it, and it didn't really do anything. And then Suffocating Shroud, I guess we used a couple of times. I mean, we did use the Mist Shift and Flow power a lot, but I feel like I definitely took these two spirits and I definitely didn't play them quote-unquote correctly. As we didn't... I mean, I guess we did do this thing to prevent presence destruction and... yeah, but like, we didn't really do much with Earth. I don't think I really utilized this that well. There was one turn we actually gained energy with it, so that was nice. We did gain energy off this a couple of times, but we just kind of cheated the system by spamming Gift of Constancy on Mist the entire game. There's your energy sustain. The Pegros can't really get a grasp of Shroud. Well, in this singular game that I played, I too can't get a grasp of Shroud. But can you really hold on to Mist? Because I like to say, I prefer Silent and Slay the Spire. Ah, okay. Well, it is only 4:43, but I did guest star on Handelabra Live this week, so I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I don't really like to do more than one game in a session. I like to take my time with the one game and make sure it counts. But be sure to check me out next week. I will continue on my Russia rampage. This is a really bad Russia game. I only had one beast left on the board at the end. We'll do Russia 2 next week for a sense of impending disaster. The first time each action would destroy explorers if possible. One of those explorers is instead pushed, one fear when you do so. I feel like, you know, before my streaming hiatus, I didn't really play Russia that well, and I'm trying to play more Russia so that I can understand it more and finagle it. Because, like, I think I was playing Russia 4. Was I doing Russia 4? No, was it Russia 3 or was it Russia 4? I guess it had to be at least 3 because we had this rule. You push explorers when you would destroy them the first time each action would. But Ravage cards also match lands with 3 or more explorers. So, like, you want to group explorers into one land so that you can destroy multiples, but you also don't want to group them all in one land as they will Ravage more. And I really had that struggle in what was, I don't know, one of my more embarrassing losses on the stream. So I want my revenge for that. So I'm just going to warm up to Russia and see if I can become a pro Russia player. Plus, I just feel like beating up Russia. Doesn't everyone? Anyway, check me out next week. I'll announce the stream time later. It depends on my work availability. Check out Handelabra Live on Tuesday for some demos of content before it is publicly available. The backer kit for Sentinels of the Multiverse 2 has just wrapped up. But next week, Handelabra Live should have Despicable Theft. Ooh. Yep, hopefully we can steal some viewers from other Handelabra streams, I guess. I don't know. Dirty robbers. All right. Have a good one, people.